Hey guys,
We are back in the Philippines, and today
we are taking you to one of the most underrated paradise spots in the Philippines, Bantayan Island. If you're looking for a perfect place to relax and just soak in nature's beauty, this is it. We're talking about white, sandy beaches, crystal clear blue water, super chill island vibes, and of course, the friendliest locals you'll ever meet.
Bantayan is still kind of a hidden gem. But trust me, people are starting to discover it, and it's easy to see why.
So without further ado, we're going to be talking about the journey to get there, our first impression, and obviously our highlights of the island. So let's get right into it. So in Bantayan Island, we actually stayed here for 2 nights, 3 days. We were on a tight schedule, but it's definitely doable in 3 days. But we'll definitely tell you right now, right at the start of this video, if you have a bit more time, try stretch for 3 nights, 4 days, just because the journey here is quite long. Speaking of the journey, to get to Bantayan Island definitely takes at least half a day. So you definitely want to plan. So if you're coming from Manila or other parts of the Philippines, then obviously you need to get yourself to Cebu first, since there's no domestic flights yet. So we stayed in Cebu the night before. I stayed in Hapin, Cebu. We left at 5:30 a.m. So we wanted to start early. So the journey, we took a private van transfer. We had a group of 4 of us. So we are traveling with our group friends, Barry and Matt, who is going to be accompanying us on this travel to Bantayan. So there was 4 of us. We spent 9,000 pesos altogether. That was split into 4. I would definitely say there's another option, and that is catching the bus. It will cost you 260 for an AC bus or 210 for a non-AC. But for us, for more convenience, obviously the private van transfer is a lot more quicker.
And who knows, maybe in future you are able to fly directly to Bantayan Island.
So the journey to get there, obviously by van, is about 4 to 5 hours. And then by bus, it takes about 5 to 7 hours, just because the bus stops a lot more regularly. Now, once you get to Hagnaya Port, which is like the northern part of Cebu. So from Hagnaya Port, you need to catch a ferry boat, and this takes at least 1.5 hours because all the ferries are quite slow. Speaking of ferry, the ferry leaves every hour, and there's 2 different ferries. I think there's one called Island Shipping, and then the other one, I totally forgot the name, but I'll put it right here so you guys can see the different options. So that takes you to Santa Fe. And once you get to Santa Fe, that is going to be the main port. You'll need to hop on a little tricycle or a jeepney to take you to your accommodation. Now this brings us to where we stayed. Now our choice of accommodation for us we are working along with Chellie Resort. And this is one of the places that we really love, only because it is very secluded and it's right next to Bygad Lagoon. So speaking of getting there, so once we hopped on in the tricycle, we had to get 2 tricycles to carry because we had luggages, right? So speaking of that, how did the journey actually get there?
Well, we had to catch another boat because it's hard to get with the tricycle to get to our accommodation, to the hotel. So what they do is when guests arrive, they come via the boat, which is quite an experience as well. Like I really liked that. It was very cool. Being on the boat and like seeing the accommodation from far away.
It kind of feels weird because it feels like you're island hopping already, but you're not. You have to remember that Chellie Resort is actually situated in this very secluded area, which means that
Right next to a lagoon, the Bygad Lagoon.
Yeah, it is kind of private and secluded, but the lagoon itself is accessible. So people who want to travel to Bygad Lagoon and have lunch for the day or have a picnic will also pay to catch that boat. But if you are staying in Chellie Resort, that is a part of your accommodation. Now, you can actually go in and out of the accommodation if you have a scooter or motorbike. But like Karina was saying, you cannot go in with a tricycle or a car because that is not actually, it's too narrow, super narrow. Now, Chellie Resort, we obviously stayed there for just 2 nights, 3 days. The food is amazing, the staff is lovely. Julio and Chellie really made us feel welcome, but big shout out to the staff because the staff always made us feel welcome. I think one of the most favorite for me, my highlight staying here is basically its beachfront. And you get amazing sunrises here. Oh, and the food, you gotta try the seafood, which is complimentary by the owner. You guys are amazing. We really loved that. It's kind of like pretty much fresh seafood caught, and we had that for dinner one time, and it was really good. Speaking of the accommodation, is there anything else that you like?
Yeah, in terms of the rooms, they were really spacious too. I think they have at the moment 4 rooms available, but they're building another kind of block, like another house. So it feels very secluded and exquisite as well, like quite special. And also it has a balcony, and so you can enjoy and soak up those amazing sunsets. It's got a really spacious bathroom with 2 sinks. We have even like a bathtub with a whirlpool function, so you can have the bubbles.
Yeah, the details are really good. It felt like quite modern, especially being beachfront. You know, I thought it'd be more like a cabana.
You got an AC, you got a fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything you need.
The AC is very important because at that time we went to Bantayan, it's super hot.
Really hot. Yeah.
And for Barry, he said it has to have AC. So another thing about Chellie Rose Resort, just I might want to add, is also that, you know, not only the food is really great, but the staff is willing to go out of their way to actually give us a bit of recommendation where to go. Obviously, there are quite close attractions in there, but we'll get into that later in the video. Now, I guess after checking into our accommodation, we got a good first impression of what the island feels like, especially on the first day. Especially leading into day 2 as well, we got a good taste of driving around the island. And to be honest, it's definitely still on the underrated side. It still feels like a hidden gem. There's less, like, I didn't really see much foreigners for some reason. It literally felt like more local, like local travelers. It felt a lot more intimate because you are getting to spend a lot more time with the local. As a Filipino myself, I felt like I needed to speak more Tagalog than English because most of the people there that I was interacting with were locals.
Also, that's what I love about the Philippines. Like, it didn't feel like another island we've been to. Like, they all feel so different, and Philippines, the islands are just so diverse. So it's always nice checking out a new island and getting a whole different vibe in that island.
Now, I guess let's talk about our highlights, because there's obviously activities that we can do, attractions that we can do, but maybe we can start with one of the locations, maybe the ruins. What do you think of the ruins?
The ruins?
Welcome to the ruins.
Welcome to the ruins.
The ruins. Welcome to the ruins.
As Mark said, you can do a lot of sightseeing. So one evening we just picked up the scooter and like went for a drive around the island. It's a really safe road, I would say, and very scenic road as well along the beach. It actually was built by a German in 1990, but it got destroyed by the typhoon Yolanda, and that's why there are only ruins left. But they left it like that just as a reminder of like the mysterious dream someone had once, like a German who wanted to live there, and yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and now if fast forward to where we're now, it is now an icon, and people add this to their bucket list to see, because it is kind of like an amazing landmark.
And apparently close by there are like cliffs where you can do cliff jumping.
Yeah, it's literally right in front of it, but this is a good place for cliff jumping. Just make sure it's high tide though.
Yeah, but also for photographers that like to be creative, that's a really amazing spot. Another beautiful spot to explore is the Octon Cave.
Now you might have seen this on TikTok or Instagram. It's a really cool spot, and it's easy to get to. But there is an entrance fee. The entrance fee is about 150 pesos. This price may change, so don't quote me on that. Also, if you're staying in there, it's actually a resort. So if you're a guest staying there, then you have free access at all times. But the entrance fee itself actually covers your entrance to the cave, but also to the pool. So you can use the pool, and there's toilets there, and there's a restaurant there. Showers there too. So once you get into the cave, it kind of looks like this.
It's really easy, accessible, very simple. Just a few steps down, and then you're pretty much already in the cave.
Yeah, it's fresh water, so it's not salty or anything, and there's a bit of light in there too.
And it's actually cold, so it's refreshing.
If you're lucky like us, we got it to ourselves. There are maybe 1 or 2 people that was there, but we were there for a good at least 20 minutes, and it was actually really nice. But I can picture that it might.
The water was so clear, like you could see all the way down to the ground.
Yeah, so I think definitely check this one out, and I think it's a cool spot to get into. If you get the right timing on the day, you might even get sunrise coming into the cave, which is really cool too. So another attraction that you can't miss in the island and definitely should be in your itinerary is the mangrove garden, or you may know it as mangrove Camp Sawi. There's a lot of names, but the mangroves. There's only one mangrove in the island. Now the entrance fee here is 50 pesos per person, so not bad at all. This place can get really hot during the day, so choose wisely. It's quite an open space. It's a nice walk. So it's definitely worth coming in here if you are interested in seeing the eco side of the island, how they're utilizing this and how an amazing project they're doing to kind of preserve this.
Yeah, you can definitely soak in the nature there. Like you're literally walking over the water. It's a really nice long walk, like probably 20-30 minutes.
Yep, you could definitely take over. Yeah, if you just want to walk right through it, probably takes you just around 20 minutes. But if you're gonna, stop there for lunch or take photos.
Yeah, fish as well. You will see lots of fish at high tide, and if it's low tide, you will see some crabs maybe and more birds.
So one thing you guys would probably figure out is I know there's a lot of day tours here. You can get a package tour to take you all around our different spots like we did. But just to let you guys know, we just hopped on a scooter and we just made our own itinerary. And it's very, very open. You can kind of just pick as you choose, get lost in the island, find different shops, restaurants, and attractions. And I think it's really nice, And the next spot is a very famous, iconic spot, also known for its beautiful sunset. It is called Kota Park. It's actually kind of like a lagoon sandbar. Unfortunately, we went there when it was low tide, so everything was pushed back. The boats was pushed back. The sandbar was just full sand. There's like kind of no water, but it was still a beautiful sight. See, actually the biggest highlight for us going there that made our day was actually when Barry decided to go play with the local kids. Frisbee, I believe. He did really well. He gave it a go. I mean, I can't even throw a Frisbee, so big props on Barry for giving it a go. The kids were all having an awesome time.
Yeah, and there are lots of local restaurants as well along the beach. So yeah, it's the perfect sunset spot and everyone is raving about, so definitely check it out. And the final spot that definitely should be on your list, and that was probably our most favorite part as well, is
Virgin Island. Now to get to Virgin Island is you simply hop on a boat. It is a part of an island hopping tour. You could do it as just one island or you can mix it with another island. But we took it from Chellie Rose because they obviously have their contacts and it's really close. I think it took about 20 to 30 minutes to get there.
We had a private boat.
Private boat, and I believe the private boat, I can't remember the price, but I'll just enter it anyway once I get the pricing in here. But
you can also join our tour. Still with other people, that's way cheaper. But with a private one, like always, you are more flexible. You can go whenever you want to, and you can stay how long you want to.
Once you do get to Virgin Island, obviously there is an entrance fee, and I believe
250 per person.
Yeah, 250 per person. I'm not sure if that includes an environmental fee. So again, always carry cash when you are in the Philippines. It was actually quite quiet when we got to Virgin Island, and the moment you dock. When we got in there and we got off the boat, we saw how white and powdery the sand.
Yes, we stepped on that sand and it was so soft. It was really powdery.
It was so white that it blinded my eyes. So bring your sunglasses there too. In the water, oh wow. The water itself is another level of crystal blue. There weren't
so many shades of blue.
So this is possibly the easiest, by far, one of the most beautiful things we've seen in Bantayan. I mean, you gotta love crystal clear blue waters, Watching the water just looks so inviting, and I just dipped in before, and now I just wanted to show you guys how amazing this water is. I mean, look at this. Look at that. See the different shades of blue that you guys can see right now? And it just stretches all around the island. Now this place also was one of the best places that we've had mango shakes, hands down.
The best mango shakes, yeah.
Shout out to
so there's a little bar where you can also order drinks, cocktails. So needed as well because it was so hot, and then the mango shakes were just...
Oh, it's a highlight. It's a highlight. We can talk about this forever, but yeah, in Virgin Island, if you're coming there and you see the bar that serves alcohol and fruit shakes, get a mango shake, or maybe get any other shakes, because everything's good. Just ordered some mango shake at this beautiful island, Virgin Island in Bantayan. And Matt's just gonna try it out. Tell us. Give me a rating out of 10. Be brutally.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, 10
Yeah.
out of 10.
10 out of 10. That was just only one zip. How's the second zip? Is it better?
It's even better.
That's good. Awesome, sir.
Yeah, then we thought we explore the island a little bit and we saw a sign which pointed towards the cliff jumping.
Yeah.
And I'm always excited about cliff jumping, so we wanted to check it out. There's also another spot where swings, and oh my god, it was just true paradise. We were the only people there and it was like just stunning.
Well, that's good. And there's a lot of
The place
bungalows.
was unreal.
A lot of bungalows where you can actually stay and actually chill. Like it's like a hut. So you can have lunch there. You can literally just sunbathe outside. While they were doing the, cliff jumping, I was just chilling on the edge by the water. Nothing. It was really peaceful. It was just like a place where you can really unwind,
You can also snorkel. You can rent some snorkel gear from your boat, I think, and then you can go snorkeling. Apparently, it's very good.
Yeah, definitely great. I would say spend at least 2 to 3 hours here just to really relax. Of course, you can spend an hour and just leave, but I mean, if you really want to truly unwind, I'd say 2 to 3 hours is pretty good.
So definitely add Virgin Island to your list.
So there are other beautiful spots in the island too. You just got to go find them. So there's a few other things that are also highlights to us that we just discovered accidentally. So obviously we're staying on Santa Fe, that's where the resort is. But also when you drive to the west, where is more of the Bantayan city side, we actually discovered a place called Bantayan Wharf. This is known for sunset. So a lot of the locals know this as one of the most beautiful spots for sunset. And you got to go check it out. And if you guys are watching this right now and you've been to Bantayan, I would love to know what your guys' food stops so that it helps other people. So any recommendations that you guys have been to, if you're watching this video right now, hit it down below so other people can check it out too.
Yeah, and there's one more beach before we finish off. So his cousin actually went to Bantayan like already years ago, and she recommended us that beach. It's called Sandera Beach, and it's really beautiful during the day, but also for sunset. Just make sure you come before 5 p.m. It's also like white beach, white sand and turquoise water.
Some of the places here, you definitely just want to hop on. Talk to a local, they'll definitely be able to help you out. They're always willing to help you find some of the places that you want to go to. So yeah, I guess that is our overall highlights and our overall impressions. Like I said, this island is definitely more tranquil, less visited, so it's a lot more underrated, and like I said before, it's still quite a hidden gem.
It's like it's definitely a hidden gem.
You know what, and things will get easier in the future if they resume the flights from Cebu, because they do have an airport there, but it's not being used.
But it might get more busy too, so maybe consider visiting pretty soon.
Yes. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bantayan Island is super amazing. Like, I've definitely come back there. I definitely recommend it to a lot of people.
Leave a like.
Yeah, leave a like. Let us know in the comments below what you like. If there's any other recommendations, like I said. And also consider subscribing if you want to see more videos in the future. We really enjoyed our time here, and I hope this video inspired you guys all to visit Bantayan. But again, till next time, we'll see you in the next vlog.
One.